With the egg in between my teeth is the egg that eats scrambled eggs. Maybe that I will also schiet. Maar from this book. Warner Bros. Book, dear people. Also, was ist das? Warner Bros. Let's continue with the egg in between my teeth. No. Hot also here. So this is a book for those who haven't seen it. You can also watch the other ones. I already started reading previously. That in my other video it's about the movie studios. Once upon a time, nearly everyone lived in his or her small fixed place. You could not get away, so you hardly felt the need. You were contained in the power of heaven and hell, or some such script. Need to rotate this. Also, then transport shook us up. It began as railways, steamships, and automobiles, and as well as money. And it has gone on by way of the telephone and radio to our modern capacity or fantasy for being anywhere. But this transition has been a convulsion. It has driven people crazy, and it means we lost godliness as well as home. This was happening all over the world, but in the United States, the throb of fiction or future becoming was a frenzy, as in the last decades of the 19th century, millions of strangers came to the country and complicated its old New England ideals. That immigrant anxiety or feeling free at last has never gone away. But in America, a mass medium was set up for fun, but as a version of moral guidance and comfort. The stories told people how to live or what to believe in and stay a family they sometimes urged. But the technology was dynamic and disruptive too, and it catered to loneliness, instability, and escape, and said such things were as natural as home and allegiance. The messages strove to be wholesome and conservative, but families like the Warners had escaped. For example, so they loved the dangerous energy they needed. The contradictions were riotous. For example, crime does not pay, they said, but get ready to enjoy these hoodlums of ours. And in that process, these men represented all immigrants. They were storytellers who dramatized the vitality of instability and transformation. They were the actors who played the role of strangers in the land. And don't forget, some true Americans still look upon immigrants with suspicion and fear. Another point of the title Warner Bros. Is to say that the genius is collective as well as individual, and that is a challenging theory in both film history and the progress of artistic appreciation. You can take a film like Casablanca and ask who made it. If Casablanca ends up being taught at Cornell or a junior college for credit and tenure, then it helps to pin it on an author, but maybe so many people made a picture that no one deserves the credit. Perhaps we did it. Criticism and Henner are alike in needing heroes. There are important and self important individuals in this book, not just Jack Warner, but Daryl Tannock, James Cagney, uh, Bette Davis, and Humphrey Bogart, Howard Hawks, Bugs Bunny, and there will be times when their talent and their choices stand out from the body of the institution. But this is also a book in which general weather systems like sound, a factory system for storytelling, business, rivalry, the sounds of song and gunfire, and the shuffling of responsibility take priority. The thing called audience. Hello. May be the most profound and mysterious of those forces. Audience is lovely and beguiling idea, and sometimes it is enough to scatter those darker versions of the same principle: the public, the crowd, the mass, and the others. One of the essential areas of intrigue in going to the movies, of sitting in the dark with strangers, was feeling the show was just for you, yet guessing you didn't matter because the bright light on the screen didn't know or care if you existed. So long as you paid your nickel or your $16 in coming to this task, it feels proper to raise a question or an eyebrow that the mention of Harry, Abe, Sam, and Jack, even the Schwantz, the prick, are we sure of where we're going with these Warner boys? What do we expect of a Jewish life? Surely, the publishing task isn't based on the mere existence of anyone who happened to be Jewish. I doubt the editors of this series would proceed to print a full account of what might be plain or empty lives. Say, Isaac of Prague, 1171 and to 1262, or Hirsch Wurzel, 1781 to 1858. The one a tailor, the other a shoemaker, lacking